Howdy, welcome to SPLAB. Thank you for braving, in Greg Bam's words, the first shitty weather weekend in Seattle. So we're grateful you did that. I'm Paul Nelson, and I want to thank Meredith, my wife, for really helping make this event go. Thank you, Meredith. This is part of our Visiting Poet series, and the Visiting Poet series is made possible by support from For Culture and Poets and Writers. We're very grateful to those two entities. A few quick announcements, and we'll get on with our Visiting Poet reading for fall 2011. Living Room is a writer's critique circle. It happens every Tuesday night right here. We get more of we don't kind of put the couches in a square format, and we say that you either bring new work for a gentle critique, bring the work of someone else, or come just to be in the engaging company of other writers. It's 7 to 9 every Tuesday, and we ask for a $5 contribution to the cause. Coming up in December, it'll be the 3rd edition of the Red Cedar Circle. Johnny Moses leading a Salish storytelling and prayer circle. And that'll be happening at 7 o'clock on the 2nd Friday in December, and then going into the spring. Details are also on the website. The Cascadia Poetry Festival is our next big event. This is going to be happening in March of next year, and this is a look at the culture, the poetry specifically, of this region, Cascadia, which is loosely described as the Columbia River watershed. Sam Hamill is going to appear. Judith Roche, who's in the house, is going to be part of it. Carolyn Wright, who's now in the house, is also going to be part of it. Tim McNulty, Dan Raphael, Kim Goldberg from Nanaimo, Canada. There will be several workshops. There will be a women's eco-poetry panel and workshop at the Seward Park Audubon Center. And the details are on the website at splab.org/Cascadia. An organizing meeting for that will be happening here on Saturday, 1 week from today at 1 o'clock. So if you're interested in being a volunteer or helping organize, we'd love it, because we didn't plan it this way, but the baby that we're expecting is due 2 weeks before the Cascadia Poetry Festival. And we're not going to call the baby Cascadia Nelson, but that was a fun idea. I know.
It's a great nickname.
There's a nickname that Carolyn and she can use. So anyway, Cascadia is happening. One other thing we like to plug, Meredith, yes?
Also, if anyone has any ideas or wants to get involved in the festival, see me, talk to me about it, and I'll make sure it gets on the list of things we're considering for the festival.
There you go. So that's an easy thing to do. After the reading, you can do that. Breadline is a reading that was started by 3 guys who met at SPLAB, Greg Bem, Alex Bleeker, and Jeremy Springsteed, and the monthly edition of the Breadline at the Vermilion Art Gallery Bar is happening this Wednesday with Appalachian storyteller Aunt Mama, Oulipo novelist Doug Newfer, and Queequeg, which is, of course, is the Moby Dick character, done via poetry with backup by electronica. Did I get that sort of right? Yeah.
Yep.
Daniel Comiskey is that. So that's this Wednesday at Vermilion at 7 o'clock. So, announcements out of the way. Brenda Hillman has published 8 collections of poetry, all from Wesleyan University Press, the latest of which is Practical Water, which came out 2 years ago. She's edited an edition of Emily Dickinson's poetry for Shambhala Publications. She co-edited The Grand Permission, New Writings on Poetics and Motherhood. She's won several awards, including the 2005 William Carlos Williams Prize for Poetry, and she's won fellowships from the NEA and from the Guggenheim Foundation. She teaches at St. Mary's. She's on a member of the permanent faculty of the Napa Valley Writers Conference and the Squaw Valley Community of Writers. She's also involved in the Code Pink working group in the Bay Area. So one of the things she wanted to do when she arrived yesterday was go visit Occupy Seattle. And so we did that, and it's amazing. And also before she came here, she sent me a link to a YouTube video of her and her husband, who she got to go to the Occupy Berkeley, or Occupy UC, yeah, and actually he took a billy club to the ribs. So this is a woman who's on the front lines of poetry and activism. It was a wonderful talk last night, which we've taped and eventually will make available. There's no one that I know of that is writing the kind of work that she's doing, which is adventurous in terms of its form and content, and also has such an amazing witness approach to that. It's really so needed. I mean, before the Occupy came up, it was like, when are people going to stand up and do something? And she was one of those people who were doing it not only in activism, but in poetry, which is why we're here tonight. So please, a warm welcome for our visiting poet, Brenda Hillman.